Alright, so if you can't read that in the top left, this is Epic Battle Fantasy. You can also play this in Congregate. If, I don't know, if we care enough, we'll put
You're making the assumption this is going to be the same video as the other one, where they could be separate ones.
Well, I'm just saying also, they're probably going to be separate videos.
This is on Congregate!
Yeah, maybe we'll put in the link that you can play the game on.
Zach is our resident Flash game player, and the rest of us generally don't touch them.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Very, very rare occasions where I'll send a Flash game to play, but it's extremely rare.
And my genre is more visual novels.
Well, Chris, you're not on
RPGs.
any social media sites, so there's no way I'm going to send you a link.
That is also
Click
true.
the button!
Okay. Okay, so let's play gallery credits and more stuff.
You're probably just going to hit play.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in the gallery yet.
Because you haven't unlocked anything, and it's not really important.
How to play. Anyone who's played a turn-based RPG should find this one self-explanatory.
So you should be an expert, Chris.
Nope, I failed at this game.
Very, very likely.
Okay. Play completely with the mouse. Select commands from the menus and hence make the enemies die. Ye can use the slimes for practice. Okay.
You'll just...
We'll go with epic.
Epically
normal. Let's go.
There you go, I like that. I mean... Alright, so this is actually kind of a unique thing. That's their, OC. One of their OCs.
Oh, right, she shows up later.
Uh-huh.
Is that her? Was her name Natsu?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of that main character from Fairy Tail for some reason.
How?
That's unrelated to this whatsoever.
Well, it's anime style.
Anyway.
And I believe she has a name that's somewhat similar.
So, Chris, basically, as you progress through the game and fight battles, you'll gain money, which you use here.
We have a lot of funds to start with.
Yeah, so every so often you'll find a shop in which you can spend your money. So, I don't know the most efficient way, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you because you should figure it out yourself.
To be honest, Chris, I think you should probably not buy anything because you don't need any of this on the first level.
Really?
Well, it doesn't...
I mean, you might as well get an idea of how the game works and then...
yeah, that's probably a good idea.
You should get a couple potions and a couple antidotes.
No,
antidotes especially.
The first level...
I'll just get this, and maybe a revival water of life shit.
This is the first level, Zach.
Yeah, I know.
He's not about to lose, and it's
but
on normal
it's kind
mode.
of a gauntlet.
No, like you go to the shop.
Just let me play the game.
You don't go to the shop regularly. Anyway,
Yes, you do.
just.
It says there won't be another shop for a while.
You'll be fine.
Whatever.
Well,
This game starts off easy.
Bushido. What?
So these are all the commands for one character. They're both like these maximum level characters.
Why are they maximum level?
Because you don't level up in this game.
The journey is not about becoming strong. It's about using everything you've got. Also, there is a lot of references.
Like Lucky Star, which is the show I watched. Did you guys watch that?
Yes.
I've only seen about half of it.
It's actually one of the few times where I'm willing to watch a bunch of cute anime girls do nothing.
Aren't they? Isn't it just because they're just as random as anything else?
Well, it's just the style of the show and the humor that I appreciate, and it doesn't really bore me like other shows do. Like, I can't sit through K-On! Like, that's adorable and all, but, like, that's so boring to me.
Yeah, I have to agree. That show I can't take seriously.
So why don't you get yourself familiar with all your specifically different abilities?
Oh, you can, what do you call it?
Wind Slash!
So he has a thing, he has sword, click sword. He has all these different swords. It takes one turn to switch swords, but they all have a different, different features. And when you were looking in Bushido, you had all those elemental abilities, and they are all strengthened if you are using the sword that they are more...
made for.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually... There's a lot to take in.
Yeah, this game actually has a lot of tactical depth. In terms of it being a very short experience.
So...
I will summon Pichu. Go, you stupid piece of shit. What? It's on a Mareep?
Yep.
Wow, that was... I don't think it usually shows up on Mareep.
That was the most competent I've ever seen Pichu.
Sick bird.
Ouch.
Yeah, get good at Smash, idiot.
No. He's the one character that no one wants to return.
Check out your specials that you were just on a second ago. So you got Mog, which is a Moogle from Final Fantasy. Temper is basically where he gives himself a huge attack bonus. Protect is just like protect the Pokemon, or it just increases your physical.
It's just increased party defense.
Oh, okay, party defense. Airstrike, you drop missiles on the enemy. Screamers, where you summon these giant speakers and they blast metal music.
No, that's power metal.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
power metal?
Screamer is the weird wolf thing.
What?
Go ahead and use it.
It's kind of weird. And it's also a debuff, as you can see on the little icons on them.
So, I thought you could analyze the enemy, but
That's in later games, I think.
that's in the second game.
You don't have this. You don't have the summon that scans in this one.
If you can analyze enemies in this game, it doesn't like remain.
Bonsai. I got a potion. Oh.
That's the boss.
Also,
I
No
think.
Arms or No Legs the cat,
He's a reoccurring character in the
a
series.
very reoccurring character.
Yeah, he becomes a summon later. He just shows up and gives you crap.
There's a lost city, a lost civilization of No Legs.
Check it out. It's Conti.
What?
Do you remember him?
Yes. Fully coolly.
I'm actually really happy about that reference because I really like Red Conti. Even though I don't really like Fully Cooley that much.
It's okay. We'll go Drain. Giga Drain. Go.
I think I'd like Fully Cooley more if there was like some kind of sensible, what do you call it?
Thing to it.
Oh no, like metaphorical value that you can take out from it, but I don't see any.
Well, the show is... Oh yeah, and then he just kind of gives you stuff randomly.
Oh.
Did you summon him, or does he already do that?
I think he.
I didn't summon nothing of him.
Okay.
Giga Drain.
You're already
Yeah.
at top health.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you could have used something else.
Did you already check out all your white magics?
It's mostly healing, isn't it?
Well, there's different... There's like barriers, and then status removal. You know, white, healer stuff.
Oh, Chris, I'd like you to mouse over her portrait. Keep
What?
doing it. Oh, wait, was that?
I'm not clicking that. I know what you're trying to do. I knew you were going there from the very beginning. I just
Wait.
thought you were trying to do something
Oh,
else.
also, do you see the bar under their health?
Yeah, that's the MP bar. I know
No,
what
no, no, not the MP bar, the other bar.
Which other bar?
You see how there's a slightly thinner, tinier bar?
Is that the... What is that?
That's limit breaks.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I just remembered that, like, Natalie here has a limit break that I really like. They both do. I like
But,
both of their... I
Chris,
like both these guys.
I brought that up because in the second game, there's a badge you can earn that, you have to click her large bosom, and you get the badge. I found that very,
It reminds me of one of those. There was a list of achievements on YouTube somewhere where it's like top 10 most embarrassing achievements, like most shameful ones kind of thing.
Okay, I like that description.
Yeah. I don't really remember this game perfectly, so I don't remember like the different status elements or typing advantages that these characters have, because you do have those black magics and those Bushidos. They're all elementally based, and it
Yeah.
does make a difference. Much like a lot of games, which ones you use and which enemies. But you have
If
to.
you have at least a decent understanding of Final Fantasy, or you can look at the character and.
In some cases, it's obvious, but
Yeah.
some of these character designs aren't obvious. Like, I don't know what these guys are weak
I
against.
have no idea. I don't remember. Also, don't normal attack with her.
I noticed. I wanted to see...
You're just
Alright,
testing it out.
All right, I can appreciate that.
You gotta know, because if she does like more damage than him, you go, oh.
Oh, something's wrong with this picture here.
Yeah, he must be debuffed. That's the only reason. So Airstrike actually gets pretty cool. There's a random chance for a giant bomb.
So the Airstrike has 3 variants. One where it drops those 3 missiles like you just saw and hits everybody. One where it drops one big bomb and does a lot of damage to one enemy, which is good on bosses, but bad on waves. And then there's the third one, which is a way sicker bomb than either of them, and it's black, and it hits the entire screen for a ton of damage.
I think it has an elemental.
It's dark type, I believe,
Yeah.
or whatever it's called in this game. I
His
really-
defense is... I can't tell if his defense sucks or what.
Well, you can buff up his
everything
special
has
defense.
big numbers in this game.
Well, I know that, but... It's like he's losing more health than she is.
Well, it's because they're prioritizing him.
Also, I think they're magically attacking, and I believe she has better magic defense than he does.
Hmm.
Because they have built-in stats that I don't remember if they even, like, indicate them anywhere, do they?
yes, that is Dragon Force.
I like Power Metal. I think it's cute.
It's actually a really useful spell.
It is. It's not a very good a power ability, but it's a good way to attack and heal at the same time. Like it's good in terms of utility and wasting your turn as minimal.
Utility,
as
that's
possible.
the word.
Yeah. Remember, kids, utility is an important thing. You got to pay for it in your bills.
Yeah.
When you think of how you have to pay for it, it kind of sucks. But then you realize that utility gives you, water and electricity and stuff,
Yes, it
which is
does.
kind of awesome. So Day particularly likes this boss. Well, he used to.
I'm not into tentacles anymore. That was a long time ago. That was a different me.
It's true. But he had.
What's his freaking weakness?
We have no idea.
I'm certain he's evil, so I would use Heaven's Gate,
Oh, it's true.
but I can't guarantee that for you.
Whatever.
And it would benefit you to use try using some white magic abilities on him, see how it works.
Is it that Final Fantasy thing where you use healing on a freaking zombie and it kills them?
If
that wasn't Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, but it's not in this.
it's actually in a lot of Final Fantasies.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I can't tell. Did that do
If
extra
it's
damage?
in this, it's not this boss. But that was a attack, not a healing thing.
Right, but what I mean is I think he's weak against Holy.
Yeah.
Is he?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. This game doesn't feature the scan ability like we were talking about. I mean, you could just keep hitting him with stuff and figure out what his elemental difference is.
Dude, this,
Oh, I like that attack. It's so cool.
this music. Why am I blanking on it?
It's Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Isn't it Zelda music?
It's Zelda, yeah.
Because
I think it's Hyrule Field.
I'm the last person to ask about Zelda music because I'm a scrub and I hate I hate humanity, which is why I don't care for Zelda. I don't think it's bad. Don't anyone come at my throat saying, how could you not believe that game is good? I don't think that game's bad. I don't think that game's not good. I just don't want it.
What?
That
Oh.
was Days.
Okay.
That was the attack that I was into back in the day because I was like, oh yeah, here we go.
Day and I actually both played this game, and I had never seen that before. And Day did. So when he was telling me about it, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But you found out eventually?
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
Oh, Day, I remembered a story I should have said yesterday on recording, so I'm going to say it now.
Okay.
Yesterday when I was at Disneyland and I was at the petting zoo with the goat. Right?
Right, the goat.
The goat. So, there was this one goat. He was laying down and he was fat. Like, I had never seen a goat this lumpy before. And, no, it was really lumpy because one side was bigger than the other. I was like, how are you so lumpy?
That's weird.
Yeah. So, I knelt down and I was petting the goat and, kind of like, I don't know, pushing his side. I was like, are you pregnant or just fat? So I get up and move away. But as I'm getting up, I see in front of me a pregnant woman.
Oh.
And she didn't make any, eye contact. She didn't say anything, so she probably understood I was talking to the goat. But it occurred to me, that could have gone very badly.
I could have gone all anime on you.
Yeah.
And by that I mean dumb misunderstandings based on offending women in a sexual context.
If it was anime, it
Or
would have
physical.
gone every single, the bad route, every single way.
Yeah, but very, very, very unlikely that an anime would even touch the context of a pregnant woman.
Oh, that's a good point.
Pregnant women barely show up in animes. It happens on occasion.
Do they just not want to draw a slightly more round female?
Well, I mean,
Like, not slightly, it's
well,
definitely more
think
round.
about it this way: like a lot of animes are made to kind of approach an audience that is made up of teenagers or young adults, and generally none of them really want to think about the concept of having to take responsibility for pregnancy.
Oh, man, that's a very, very, very
Good point.
good point.
Thank you. I had to get the compliment out of your mouth.
Well, I typically just hand them out to you.
It's true. My ego is through the roof.
Yeah, I know you don't need it anymore. Not sure why I keep giving it to you.
Because you're happy to do it.
It's true. I am happy to do it.
It's kind of like how Nikki just keeps feeding me.
Sometimes I'm confused by that.
Are you really?
Like, Nikki, you need to eat just as much as he does.
Like Nikki is more concerned about feeding me than she is feeding herself.
Yeah, I know, and so... I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it.
Also, Chris, how are you? You seem like you're whatever right now.
I am really whatever right now with this game.
You don't care for it?
I don't particularly care for it. I'll keep playing, but it's like...
Well, like I said, whenever you want to tap out... Because Day and I actually do like this. Although, basically this game is like a giant rock, paper, scissors.
What do you mean?
You have the weakness, you have to find the weakness and use it.
That's not rock, paper, scissors.
Well,
Rock, paper, scissors is a better description of fighting games.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of RPG, it's just a matter of knowing what the weakness is
Yep.
and applying it. And then...
It occurs to me that is what an RPG is typically.
It's not in all cases, but in a lot of them they are. Although I do, I really like it in like Pokemon, where sometimes the type advantages don't really come into play, and the means that you have to find to get your advantage are in completely different ways, involving rotating like status effects and other types of planning, and things like that.
Oh yeah, Chris, there was something I was telling Day about. So as I'm playing P3P, I'm getting, a bunch of status abilities and whatever, and so I'm going through the game and I have the ability to, say, charm or enrage the enemies. So I do it,
Sure.
and then the next time I find a group of enemies that's the same thing, I'll just attack them normally. It's faster just to end the battle quicker by killing them. And it's more efficient that way, too. So it's unfortunate. They give you so many options and so much variety to work with, but it's not efficient. It's not really... There's no real reason to use it. And that's maybe it'd be more... it'd be better on higher difficulties. But as of medium and easy mode, I don't really see the point in using the status effects that often.
Is not the power gamer strategy.
By the way, I should have bought more ethers.
Oh yeah, I forgot the ethers are pretty... Like, necessary. And that was the word that was going to come out of my mouth.
Wait, did he not ever reach his limit break?
No.
I think it resets every time you go to a new screen.
That's weird. That's really weird. Like, he's gotten pretty far. We haven't seen a limit break yet.
Is this far?
Well,
I feel like
you
should
should
had
have
a
seen
limit
a limit
break.
break by this point. Wait a minute.
Do limit breaks not exist in this game?
I'm sure they do.
Woo. I got
Because
an
look at
The bar?
it's red.
Oh, I remember this guy. He's weak to electricity and bombs.
Yeah.
This much I do remember.
In Final Fantasy games, it's very common for mechanical enemies to be weak against electricity.
It's true.
I guess too. I guess it's weak against electricity.
I would actually summon Mog. Or wait, Mog is a summon, right? Or what is it? No, he gives you a random item. That's what it was. Yeah, I don't believe he has specifically electrical sword.
No, he
stuff.
doesn't.
But he does summon the missiles. But of course, you need the MP for that. I would highly
Oh wait, there is a sword that can steal MP.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I forgot
That's how
about
you can
that.
get XP back.
I don't think it's quite as easy for her though.
But I would highly recommend that you get your defenses up as soon as possible.
Really?
I believe this guy's a physical attacker, and I believe he hits pretty hard.
That was magical defense.
Well, he has, Matt has the physical defense.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's not dead yet. Okay.
Oh wow, that was... No, go ahead.
Use the defense with him, and then you can heal with her. If you
I
have...
forgot
Defend?
that it's...
No.
Too late.
I meant the ability that increases their physical defense. Oh well.
Can't heal more.
Don't you have a potion?
I forgot it's called Heal More.
I do like that, because, like, there's no good name for it. I mean, you could, but it's just another way of saying healing in most cases.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing he attacked the dude that was defending.
Protect.
Yeah. There you go.
This is a giant stockpile of references. I forgot just how chock full of them they are.
Was that a T-Force?
Triforce, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a Trinity Force.
Yeah.
You're gonna do 2.0 damage. 2 times the damage.
Yo, T-Force is strong, man.
Yeah.
But it's not really
Wait.
it's not the best thing against tanks, unfortunately.
No. So, I've been playing, I played Kog'Maw on ARAM yesterday, and getting a Bork on him, you see HP go down very quickly.
Yeah, because of his
He already has a like a built-in Bork.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I was fighting a hyper tank Scion, and I would always kill him. I'm like, wow.
He's just naturally good at chunks.
It's like the only thing I really have to worry about is my positioning, which is kind of the thing with any ADC.
Bomb-bombs would probably be really good against him, actually, if you have more.
I only have one more.
Okay. There you go.
That bar is the MP bar.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
There's a...
I don't think there's... Zach, I think we're wrong. I think limit breaks on the next game.
Oh. Yeah, I think you're right now. That's unfortunate.
Sucks.
Day won't get to see his favorite frame.
Yeah, it's okay.
I really like that ability. It looks super satisfying.
The bombs?
Yeah, the triple bombs.
I also like the triple bombs.
I have nothing for this chick.
I could have sworn she had some sort of MP gain ability.
Not in this
It
one.
doesn't seem like she does.
Don't you gain back MP over time, though? Or am I wrong?
I have no
I
idea.
don't think so.
Okay,
That's
whatever.
in the third and fourth one.
Also, you can't even see this dude's health.
Yeah, it's over here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Wait,
when I
is it?
attack him.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Briefly shows up.
Defend forever.
Forever and ever. Also, those buffs kind of like decay over time, or?
I know.
They don't give you a number as to how many turns left, but they do fade. You see, look on Natalie there? The circle star
This
is
is the-
fader.
This is the problem I always have with playing games like this, where I'm too used to the most recent edition, and when I go back to an earlier version, I'm like, do you have the thing I like? No? I forget.
I don't want to play you anymore. You're not as good as the newer one.
It's like that problem where we're playing those old Pokemon games, and they have certain like parts of the game that they have no abilities, and I keep forgetting that they don't have abilities, kind of thing.
It's funny that there are points where you're like, oh, they don't have that ability. And I'm like, yes, no static!
Yeah, no static. Static is so annoying.
I hate static.
Static?
They hate static more than me, actually.
The ability static, which is where usually
Oh.
you hit them with a physical move and you have like 30% chance to get paralyzed.
Yeah.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I think you're better off just dropping bombs on them.
I only have one more bomb.
No, not that.
I mean the ability. But throw the bomb anyways. It does a lot of damage to him. Or just do it.
And does it do magical damage?
Boom!
Yeah, it does
See,
magical damage.
Look at that huge one.
Alright, Chris, go and look into
I don't think it does magical damage.
summons. It did way more damage than it did before. Oh, granted, that was the bigger bomb.
Just or make her throw the bomb when it's her turn.
Alright.
Well, first look in her summons or look in something else. Maybe there's something we overlooked.
She doesn't have MP though. You can summon Mog. Actually,
Black
Chris,
magic,
when
white
you're
magic.
no,
Nothing.
but you can summon Mog.
Well, with
will,
him.
Yeah, but you can summon him, and Mog will randomly give you items, and he might give him an ether.
Oh, it's true.
Zach managing to be the most uncomfortable human being in existence.
It's true.
Good heal, but not what you needed.
That was actually a really good heal.
Because he gave you like a super high, powerful potion.
Ow.
You might be better off just spamming Mog until he gives you guys like an ether of some sort.
Next turn with Matt there, go ahead and use the Screamer to reduce his special defense.
Zach, I'm not convinced that these explosions are magical damage.
I'm not either, but I want to test it.
That either?
It is, but the wrong guy!
Hey, cool, whatever, you got ether, I guess. Does he? Am I wrong? Does he not do stuff for Natalie too? Or is that just a coincidence that he keeps giving it to
It's
Matt?
possible it's a coincidence, but... Day, the Power Metal does magic damage. So, Chris...
Who cares about power metal?
I'm just using it for the healing, honestly.
Right,
it's
so
not
go
really-
ahead and
It's not
use-
really a damage tool.
You
yeah.
use Screamer. You'll be doing more damage.
I don't want to do more damage. I want to keep myself alive right now.
Well, you can keep yourself alive. You can survive more than one turn.
It's a wolf. It's so scary.
Defend.
Did you throw that bomb on me yet?
Nope.
Throw that bomb on with her.
Oh, she gained MP somehow.
Why did that happen?
Does it? When she takes damage, is that it?
No.
Well, she has MP, so
Who
heal her.
cares?
No, like. That's fine, I guess.
I think it's better to keep him on support. Go ahead and use a electric ability.
Well, no, you gotta heal him because just give him a small heal because if he gets by like a crazy power attack.
You know what? Small heal it is.
Oh, very efficient.
I guess.
Oh!
Jeez.
In the second one, they'll actually complain about each other. Like when he dies, she'll be like,
Oh my gosh.
"There goes the meat shield."
Yeah. Man, I love the later games. I love this series. It's so wholeheartedly ready to reference stupid garbage.
Every single thing possible.
Oh, damn. What?
Oh, there he is. Still.
Why this guy?
Well, you still
Thanks,
have
Bog.
MP at least.
Power metal.
Oh, hit him with the most. Hit him with some electric attacks. Don't waste it on Lucky Stir. Thunderbolt.
It's got like a 30% chance to paralyze.
He's dead. Oh, he's not dead. Alright then.
Really
Oh,
wish we had
Chris,
lemon breaks.
to the right there. Go ahead and close out of that real quick.
What?
The go to the very bottom right.
Oh, hit
There's
X.
an X.
On the bottom right
That
corner,
one?
hit
That.
the X.
Yeah.
Why?
There.
Oh. I didn't see the point to that, but alright.
You hit him with an airstrike.
No, I'll just power metal it.
Really like that metal music.
Not really.
Chris
I'm-
is
There's a
just
lot
like-
of health left.
Chris is going through a Dragon Force withdrawal.
Yeah, I guess.
Need more Dragon Force.
You could say that, I guess.
I don't want to say it actually.
Meow.
Chris is captivated by this wonderful game.
Hmm.
See?
Thunderbolto.
Oh, I probably should have healed.
He doesn't even have words to explain.
Oh well. Time to heal.
Use her to do the superhero.
That's right. Use her.
Or whatever.
I love how long it takes for him to get hit.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that music. It's pretty nice against.
Ow, damn it!
Ow.
I like how his sword just stays
Yeah,
there.
it's radical. It's a good time.
Airstrike. Let's go, dog.
Big one, big one, big one.
Nope.
No.
It still
There
killed
you
him.
go.
You only needed one.
99.
Got
Got
a
a max
max.
either.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Time
for a
bracket.
break.
Chris, you want me to tag in?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good.
Well,
You seem really nonplussed. I feel like you'd have more fun talking about stuff.
good word day. Put more ethers. Can you only have a max of 9?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to...
I played this game within the last year, but it's... Obviously, it didn't stay in my head.
Oh.
Look, it's a lady and she's wearing a hat. You can't see her face.
Wait,
How
Dave.
about that?
Do you... I don't think you would remember, but you can play a mini game. It's in the second game. It's gotta be. In the second game, you can play a mini game where you're playing No Arms or No Legs the cat,
Yeah, I remember that. It's not in this one.
and you just like kill a bunch of slimes or
I believe that's before the game loads.
no,
No?
because you actually get money. You can use it as a efficient means to
Your
gain
mom
money.
gets money.
She does,
She's making bank.
but she's not a banker.
That doesn't matter because she's making bank.
Oh, it's pretty quiet. She's not a teller.
Huh. Huh. I forget what these games will work against. Electricity for sure,
Yeah, definitely.
but I don't remember what what's his face Matt has to deliver.
I do actually like the design here.
The crab thing?
Yeah, the crab.
I really hate their eyeballs.
I like them.
I
I think they're kind of gross.
Yeah, they're terrible. Power Met. I love the thud. I think that means they're resisting it though, or maybe it's just because that one guy's in a shell and resist physical damage, or whatever. Yeah, he's resisting all types of damage by being in that shell. And now he's out.
I like the stock pirate music.
Yeah, it's pretty stock. You go to your grocery store, you buy a few of those, take them off the shelf, and then the guy comes over and restocks it.
Yep.
It's stock pirate music.
When I went to Florida several years ago, at Disneyland, there's one restaurant that's very not pirate themed, but very New England type sailor feel.
New England.
Yeah, and they actually had really, really good clam chowder. So you know, but they played music like this.
Huh.
I'm getting like flashbacks.
Registeel. Pachu. You have 2 Pokemon on there.
I'm surprised there's only 2.
I actually really prefer it in the second game when you can summon the cat, who is a reference to some weird like animation nonsense from Newgrounds. It's the cat with a gigantic sword,
Oh,
and he just drops on everyone.
yeah, I remember that.
I love that cat.
And you can also summon Judgment. Wait, can you summon Judgment in this?
Yeah,
The guy with all the swords.
yeah.
It's Registeel.
It's called Catastrophe.
Now that's
Or Regice.
Regice.
yeah.
Depends on
I've
who
never
you
liked
ask.
his name.
I think he's weak against rock, like he's a Pokemon, but fire probably works too.
We'll find out. Fireball. Yeah.
Fireball. Fireball.
I'm dead.
Psionic Blaster.
Fine.
Psionic Blaster.
Berserker Barrage! Ooh, look at that dam.
Look at that. Damn.
Damn!
Heal more.
Chris is unconcerned.
I'm very unconcerned. I actually don't care if I actually lose.
Chris don't give a damn about his stake in this game. Eruption.
That's what makes Chris so hot.
Is that what makes him hot?
Yeah, it's his aloofness.
Is it actually...
He's maximum aloof.
It increases his bodily temperature by being so ice cold.
Like, being so close to him, I am literally melting. My body is not catching on fire, it's just dripping.
Chris, you should probably up your magic defense.
Probably.
Because he's doing a lot to you. Was that barrier?
Barrier. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's magical the attack.
He's probably gonna slap me now.
All the women love Chris, but I have to say, I also want to hop on that man wagon.
Oh yeah, that phrase we came up with yesterday.
He died.
Nikki misunderstood what I said, and I was like, that's
Oh.
the greatest misunderstanding.
Regirock.
What did you say?
I just said bandwagon, but
Oh, okay.
I
But she
muttered
heard
it.
Man wagon.
I muttered it, so she heard man
Hop on my
wagon.
man wagon.
And I was like, I want to hop on that man wagon.
I forget what this guy's weak against.
Probably the same thing that,
No, he's weak against ice, probably.
yeah. Oh, wait. He's rock type.
Yeah, but the logic is different. in this
Yeah,
one.
it's true. I guess they'd want to keep us close to,
Ow.
Because there's no water attacks in this game.
yeah, I don't think you can use bubble.
And water attacks show up in, I think, the third game.
Mm-hmm.
So he opens up the elements a little bit.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of too much.
It didn't bother me. It didn't really make it more complicated than a standard RPG, really.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, between playing this and playing most Final Fantasy games, I'd rather play those. I think I'd rather play Final Fantasy 1, 4, 6. Yeah, other than that, I'd rather play those.
Did you know that rock type will not take any damage from electrical attacks? That's the misconception that a lot of idiots have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the...
Well, to be fair, the Pokemon series teaches you that.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, you can't hit rock types with electricity, idiot.
So,
But that has nothing, that's not even true. It's a coincidence that the Pokemon he was fighting were ground types as well. And they didn't say that because the show is misinformative.
you know, it's possible that the writers for the show actually didn't know.
I guess, but it's terrible because I remember I was watching this video about how awesome it was that the Pokemon show and the video games were like they were both kind of part of the same universe, and that you could watch one or play one and learn about the other. And I remember the whole time I was watching this video, I was like, except that it's not.
Yeah. So apparently there were certain parts in the Pokemon League,
Oh.
in one of the Pokemon Leagues, where they were actually getting really in-depth into the game. Like, they were using Pokemon abilities and everything. And then the last fight, they completely dropped everything.
Yeah, because the writing for the show is terrible. Like you can. I don't care what anyone has to say. If you say like I'm not a true Pokemon fan because I don't care about the anime, well, no, I'm actually a better fan because of it. That's my dispute.
Did you know that distilled water is not conductive?
I think I knew that. Like conductive water?
Yeah, because there's no minerals. It's distilled.
It's the
wow.
minerals that allows it to conduct
Be conductive.
electricity.
Does that mean that real pure water will not conduct electricity?
If you get distilled water from the store, it will not conduct electricity.
Well, it's not non-conductive, right? You should probably get your physical defense up for this guy, by the way. Like, what I mean is like it's not like water is like electric proof just because it's purified, right?
I wouldn't tell you to go try it at home,
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure that is the case. Water itself does not conduct electricity.
Pokemon lies once again.
You know, to be fair, most of the Pokemon that are water type, most of the Pokemon in general, you know, electricity would hurt.
Yeah, that's a good point because like no matter what you say about their typing, like they are a biological creature and they have minerals in their body regardless.
Well, you don't necessarily need minerals to be conductive.
Sure, but like there's other things. It's not just
There are other
you're not-
things that will conduct electricity.
You're not using thunder on a water bottle. You're using thunder on a living creature.
Yeah. I mean, if you
I like
electrify
that punch.
most any animal, they're not gonna like it.
You don't know that. Pikachu would love it.
You sure
Probably
about that?
not.
I
he
actually-
resists it, but I don't think he likes it.
No, I watched a video. This isn't really proving my point, but I watched an interesting video, which was what is Pikachu's actual level in the show,
Okay.
and they kind of did like it was kind of some loose guessing and a lot of theory crafting involved because you can't really get a hard lock on it.
Yeah.
But they figured that it's accurate to believe that the level that Pikachu is at the end of Silver and Gold is probably realistic because it's like around 80 something by the time you fight Red in the games, and based on some guesswork because it's like the show kind of follows Ash's actual journey, and if you use Pikachu in every fight that happens,
Oh.
yeah, look at that. You're gonna want to get your magic defense up again. But like, if you what the hell am I trying to say? If you had Pikachu do every fight that he does canonically in the show, the level experience would kind of estimate to around where he's at by the end of Silver, like vaguely. But the other part of the theory is that in multiple points in the story, Pikachu's power level increases and decreases based on his physical, bodily power shortages.
Oh, really?
There's moments where Pikachu is either stronger or weaker because of a certain event where he gets zapped by something. Like there's a point in Johto where he gets zapped by Raikou, and it's possible that you could use that as an explanation as to why his power level sort of reverts to 1, back to level 1 when you start the Hoenn journey, because of the way his he's really dependent on how electricity works. And if you take that into consideration, it would kind of make sense that he's weak at that point. And also, it is canon that they specifically say that Pikachu is greatly affected by electrical interferences. There's a point where he gets sick because of
I remember that.
Magnemites.
Yep.
And it's just a theme that is actually presented in the show. And although you could just say it's a convenience, a plot contrivance, if you will, and it's probably just coincidental writing, but if you want to look into it that hard, you could say that proves it.
Honestly, though, if you're going to go that far to make something, if you're going to add continuity like that, you know, if you're going to write the continuity to make it so he reverts back to like level 1 over and over and over, as long as it works, you know, with the continuity that you set up, I believe it. I actually don't care.
I would also like it doesn't make sense because Pikachu's like just a Pokemon. Sorry to be racist, but like because he's not really a human character, it's unfortunate that you can't have like a really cool narrative about how he struggles to have to always crawl back to the top kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which would
Man,
be really,
it'd be like a boxing.
yeah, it'd be kind of cool if that was a narrative you could play with, but Pikachu's just a dumb animal that goes Pika-Pee and has to fight sometimes.
Yeah.
You could
Not
do
even
that.
all the time.
Yeah.
You could make that narrative, but because the show isn't about that,
It's
They're not going to.
It's a simplistic show for children where Pikachu doesn't have any real character depth. So, unfortunately, you can't play that role, but like that would be a cool story.
if
Yeah.
you wanted to do that, you could.
And like the character, it would say a lot of things about the character, either about like how you'd empathize with their struggle, or to just draw out how cool that character is for never giving up despite always reverting.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Or just being stuck in his middle form.
yeah,
Because that's always been a thing.
because he never.
Oh,
he,
man,
he
that
never
would be cool.
He never actually accepts being in a state of being at his maximum strength. Which that show, I don't quite understand what the narrative is with that, because in the Pokemon games, there's almost no benefit to having your Pokemon not evolve, except for some specific cases.
Chansey.
Yeah, Chansey being one thing, and slacking, arguably, is in a way weaker than Vigoroth. I mean, his stats are way better, but like because of his ability, he's kind of
Bad.
a liability.
The liability is a good word.
He lies. It's his ability.
That's fitting.
But like in Pikachu's case, like the only reason why you wouldn't evolve all the way is because you haven't learned.
I'm sorry, I gotta say, you just rocks his world.
I'm gonna have to respond to that by giving you the cold shoulder.
Oh, teamwork.
Anyways, but like the only reason why Pikachu shouldn't level up, shouldn't evolve into Raichu, is that you have to learn all your moves before you use a stone to evolve. That's kind of the rule. If you have a stone that evolves you to your final form, you don't learn any of the moves you would previously before evolving, and like that's true for Arcanine, Cloyster, anybody who uses a stone to evolve.
Yeah, is that a common theme with all of the stone users?
I'm not.
It should be.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm very certain. But yeah, it's definitely the case for Raichu. So, but given the assumption that Pikachu reaches like level 80 or something, he's learned all his moves by then.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he learn all his moves by like freaking
Probably by
40 at most?
No,
I would say maybe 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Depending on what his move list looks like in the earlier games.
Yeah.
But-
they actually changed it in Yellow version, I think,
To do what?
to where he learns more moves later.
Yeah,
He
but
also has access to some ancients, particularly Surf.
And Fly.
You can't learn Fly and Surf naturally, though. You have to get a special Pikachu.
yeah.
So you can't teach it to him. Yeah, he does have access to them, but they're very specific.
Yeah, and it's anyways, but like, there's an implication to Pokemon the show that does not exist in the games, which is that your Pokemon's personality changes if you evolve them,
Oh, yeah.
and that's kind of the reason why Pikachu doesn't evolve. Is because he doesn't want to be different, and it's kind of like this character arc where Ash needs to accept Pikachu for who he is, and that he's not going to force Pikachu to change who he is just to reach his maximum potential, which arguably doesn't matter anyways, because Pikachu gets the job done as long as he's strong enough anyways.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of, like, imagine that they made another Pokemon anime, separate from the Ash's journey and stuff. Oh,
They did.
Yeah, it's called Origins, right?
yeah, I know. It was-
And that personality change thing isn't really a plot device.
Yeah.
Anyways.
as a very quick side note, remember when I said that my younger brother and his friend were saying that they removed Ash from the new series? That's
Did they?
completely BS.
You said that already.
I didn't know that, but I did.
Alright, I may have
Well-
told you, but Chris didn't know.
Well, to be fair, I didn't even know that there was talk about removing him from the series in general.
Well, I
The
was,
point is, Zach said he quoted someone, and they were wrong. So the fact that you didn't hear in the first place puts us better off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, so it would be cool if they made a show about Pikachu and how he doesn't want to use the Thunderstone to reach his maximum potential.
The narrative would be weird because he doesn't talk unless you have.
Yeah, which means you have plenty of other more creative ways to show that narrative.
But they're not going to.
I know they're not. I'm aware of that.
Pokemon's writing depth is a little limited, and that's fine.
It actually reminds me of Goku, because in the movie that you have yet to see because we keep, not watching it,
Yay?
the Battle of the Gods.
Oh.
At one point, when Goku actually achieves the God form, Catman, Purple Cat guy, Purple
Sure.
Cat God,
Beerus?
yeah, that one. I actually like his name.
What?
I believe, yeah, that guy is the same as the other robot. Weak against bombs and electricity, but also is going to wreck your crap if you're not careful.
Yeah. But, Goku says that he's not even using, 70% of his power level, and Beerus is like, what? Why not? He's like, because it's too strong. I'm not working for anything. I'm not trying. Anything that makes me not have to try is not fun. That's basically his idea. So, if this Pokemon narrative that we just came up with became a thing, it would remind me of that moment.
Goku prefers to either be even or weaker than his opponent.
Yeah, he wants to have something to strive for.
Which is terrible.
Not really a good mindset.
Well, no, it's great for sportsmanship. That's great. But he's always fighting for the sake of lots of people's lives.
Yeah.
He should always...
What?
I've never seen that one.
I have. He should always be overpowered when he can manage it because it's not for him.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, he doesn't think like that. He's an idiot.
Yep.
And that's kind of like... That's not really a fault of the plot writing, in my personal opinion. I think that just says a lot about Goku, and Goku being a terrible, irresponsible idiot isn't really bad writing necessarily.
It just gives them character.
It's just he's not a good person entirely. Like, he's a good person in heart, but he's totally irresponsible, and that's who he is.
Irresponsible. That's what describes Goku.
He's a bad parent, and he's irresponsible for the lives of others. Like, he's a great participant to have in like a tournament, in a competition, because that's where he strives in, and that's what he spends a lot of time doing in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
That's because it makes sense for him. That's what he's all about. But when he's fighting for the sake of the world, it'd be great if someone else could do it.
Yeah.
But they can't. Goku's the best, unfortunately.
Well, Goku says otherwise.
Yeah, he says otherwise, but he's wrong.
Actually, as of now, it seems that Beerus is the number one most powerful person.
Yeah, but Beerus isn't going to save the Earth.
Oh, of course not.
Why
I'd
would
rather
he?
destroy it?
Yeah, that's my point. Is that he's not the contender here. Goku's the only person that people of Earth can rely on to protect Earth from.
That's not who I wanted to heal. Oh, my mistake. I healed the wrong
You can
guy.
revive him.
Yeah, I
Great
could.
if Mog
Yeah.
just brought in and revive.
Hey, I heard you died. There you go.
I like how you don't have to pick a target because it's obvious who you're reviving.
I'm reviving the boss, don't you know? He almost died again.
He's like, what are you doing back up? Get back down. Actually, it seems like Matt's really, taking this pretty well. I like that ability.
Yeah.
It's a decent ability.
I like the
Wait,
Limit Breaker version of it where his attack isn't special, he just wails on the opponent. He's just like, die, 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 die.
Did he die? No? Damn it, gotta try some more.
There's a part I love where he jumps on the opponent's head and he kind of just helicopter rotates his blade into the opponent. Oh man, you're great.
He does some pretty awesome stuff.
Ow.
Anyways. But, also, one thing I've heard some theories about the current Pokemon setting, which is the X and Y setting. So he's hanging out with Serena, whatever, I don't know what her name is in Japanese, but she's hanging out with Serena, who's the main character of X and Y, or the female main character.
Yeah.
And the idea that a lot of people have is that the series may or may not be coming to a close because there's a lot of implied romantic tension between the two, and that hasn't been the case since Misty. And even in Misty's case,
It doesn't go anywhere.
it doesn't go anywhere, and also it plays differently.
Yes.
Actually, I do like the last episode that Misty was in when she actually left. One of the themes of that episode was to see if Ash actually had feelings for her.
Yeah.
Because she actually admits that, offhand way, that she has feelings for Ash. She doesn't say it directly to him, but the way that Ash responds to whatever comment that Misty says, it basically determines that Ash has absolutely no idea what love is, and that he doesn't have any feelings for her. So as she's riding her bike that she finally gets back, she actually gets her bike back. It's pretty cool.
It's so cool how she gets that bike back after years.
After a year.
But as she's riding off, she says, "I finally know how you feel. I finally understand what you think of me." And that's like one of the ending lines to that episode. And I was like, wow, that was pretty good.
Ash has a similar problem to Goku. Not in that he's the strongest ever, but in terms of priorities.
Yeah.
Because Ash is all about Pokemon training, being the best, being a Pokemon master, beating the Elite Four or the Pokemon League or whatever competition he wants to beat today, gym leaders, etc. And that's his stronger priority over everything. And while Goku fails to be a good parent or a good friend or whatever you might say, because he wants to fight competitively and that's all he cares about and training and stuff like that, Ash is the same way. And I feel like he wouldn't make a competent love interest because he'd probably be more interested in Pokemon battling than going on a real date.
You keep forgetting the fact that he's freaking 10.
He shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be, but at this point he's still 10.
But he really shouldn't be.
He really shouldn't be.
And also, I don't like it that you're saying this, Chris, because you in the past have demonstrated that you don't feel like age excuses characters from their competency.
That is true.
You've expressed that to me multiple times, like when I talk about Raku from Nisekoi being ignorant of other people's affections, and you say that frustrates you, and I'm like, he's young, and you don't take that as an excuse. Why are you excusing Ash for that?
There's this.
This is a filthy hypocrite!
That's not okay. Let me. Okay, now you just okay. There's a difference between 10 and 16. That's 6 years.
Is Raku
that's a good
16?
point.
Yes.
Sure.
He's a high schooler.
Sure,
Even
but
as a freshman in high school, it's a little inexcusable.
Yeah.
that's not inexcusable.
It's totally inexcusable.
You should at least have some kind of understanding of...
Emotion in general, yes.
I still feel that there's a lot of argument to be had that
Dang.
Ash is actually dead.
Day, do you know one of the reasons why they hold you back in middle school?
Uh-oh.
Oh crap! Protect with both of them.
Protect? Like
Defend.
defend?
Defend, yeah. Because this attack, like regardless of what you do, will wreck you crap. Huh.
She does take damage. She does restore MP by taking damage.
But the conditions are. I'm sure of them. It's okay. He doesn't do that attack repetitively.
I think it's just only special attacks, honestly.
Oh, maybe.
That heals her.
Maybe.
But Dave, one of the reasons why they hold you back in middle school, in grade school, is
I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah. Please
first
explain.
through sixth. Actually, 6th grade and downwards.
Hold you back.
What do you
Like
mean?
they don't let you progress to the next grade.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
If you're in 5th grade and you graduate to 6th grade,
Go on.
all right, do you understand that concept?
You graduate 1 grade.
Right.
What, okay.
One of the reasons they don't let you go to the next grade.
What do you mean? They never stopped me. Are you saying there's a condition where they won't let you? And
I'm
you're
not talking about you specifically.
Are you talking about people in general?
Yeah.
What? I don't know what you mean.
Well, I'm going to get to my point.
All right. Maybe I'll understand by the end of your sentence.
One of the reasons they don't progress you to the next grade in middle school is if you don't have an understanding of how to work with people, if you don't like emotional misunderstandings, like let's see here, what's an example? All right, so a very common thing with autistic children is that they don't understand facial features. They don't understand facial movements.
They can't read your face and be like, "Oh, he's mad."
Yeah. So imagine something similar to that, where you don't understand why someone's mad. So say you take someone's pencil without asking, and then the person...
They have a grumpy face, and they're just like, hey, man.
Well, just exclude the facial thing now. That person is now upset that, you know, you took... that someone took their pencil.
Okay.
So if the person who took their pencil doesn't understand why they're mad, it's that kind of interaction. If you don't understand interactions with people and understand why people act the way they do, then they won't let you progress, because part of the reason of middle school, of school in general, is to understand
people in general.
Yeah. So, my entire point in bringing that up is Ash doesn't seem to quite understand other people's actions and their emotions.
Fair enough, I guess. Although I'm sure if I was a diehard fan of the show, I would be like, but what about that one time? But I don't know, so I can't really argue that. Oh, you're still going? Oh, that'll be the last part.
Wow.
These guys are dark type. Use Holy on them.
Holy? Alright.
Go ahead and switch your sword.
You want to get that MP drain up.
Well, what I mean is switch to the Holy Sword, but I guess you could use some MP as well.
Actually, I wonder if that sword somehow doesn't work on them because it's dark on dark. Maybe I've missed.
I think it would just, they wouldn't take as much damage.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
They did it.
I love how anticlimactic that was. Just debuffed. Oh.
Poison.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna, like, break my body or something, but you're just making it easier to break my body.
Also, Ash is terrible.
Oh yeah, he's terrible. Yeah, I agree.
Is he terrible?
Aside from the fact that I don't like him as a character very much, he's also, like, not a good trainer. You know?
Yeah, who doesn't let their Pokemon evolve?
It's not what.
I think that's a matter of preference than anything else.
There's also the fact that he zaps ground types with electricity all the time.
And it works.
With more feeling than the last time.
And it works.
This is the quote that I like to pull out is she just tells Pikachu to try harder and it works out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a point where he's fighting Manoswine. And,
what?
And he's just like, Pikachu, use Thunder, and it doesn't really work. He's like, haha, it's a ground type, idiot, it will never work. And he's like, huh, do it with more feeling, Pikachu! And Pikachu's like, you got it, Captain. And he goes, Pika-Pee! And he goes Super Saiyan, and he's like, now I'll show you. And he goes, eh. Anyways, he zaps him a lot, and it works somehow.
Wow, Pikachu is like the greatest first mate.
I don't think
set that up for you, I don't know.
that's not what I meant to...
Following your captain without question, that makes you a good first mate. It doesn't mean your captain's good.
What's confusing about that line of logic is that earlier in the show, way earlier, within first gen, within like the first batch of episodes, there's a point where Pikachu is made to fight a Cubone. And the opponent that he's fighting is one of the first opponents that actually brings in like some of the more game-based logic.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can't use electric attacks on Cubone, so go screw yourself. So he's like, you know what, screw you, and he uses like a Thunder Shock or whatever, and Cubone spins his Bone Club, and for whatever reason that dissipates the electricity, and Cubone is like scoffs at him. He's like, haha, you suck.
You're an idiot.
Cubone doing that, you know, like tsundere girl laugh. Oh.
Yeah, I wish, but
Cubone. Oh.
But the idea is that like Ash is like, okay, then we won't use electric attacks, idiot. And he just makes Pikachu do like a Fury Swipes or something like that, and just like does a bunch of like physical attacks and flips Cubone's helmet backwards, skull helmet backwards, and stupid stuff like that, and manages to win the fight that way. And the opponent's like, what? How did you do that? I don't know. And I'm just like, I feel like that should have set the groundwork for Pikachu never ever beating a ground type ever with electricity ever.
Yeah, but by that time, by Diamond and Pearl, the kids who had seen that episode didn't know.
Yeah,
most of the people that watched that episode with Cubone already grew up and already knew that. And the new generation is like, oh.
And now they're me and hating the show for it.
You know, I feel like a good explanation for Ash and his, idiocy is that he's
10.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He's,
Infitan.
Oh, what's the word? He's like a strange sort of succubi.
What?
Listen. Anyone who's watching the show, he embodies that. Whoever's watching. So all of the kids that is watching the show, he now has that mindset, which is why he's permanently 10, because only 10-year-olds watch Pokemon.
What does this have to do with succubis?
What are you even saying?
Ignore I said that. Just forget about it.
Why?
You're really good at forgetting. Just do that. Allow me to use that option. I'll right-click and click refresh.
My short-term memory loss has erased the memory of the past 5 hours that I've lived.
Damn it! I didn't want to do that much.
Oh, sorry, but it's rampant and uncontrollable. For those of you who don't know, I have very, very unfortunately bad short-term memory loss.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
Fortunate.
Why did you use it on him?
Why not?
Because she's poisoned!
They're both
Do
poisoned!
it on herself.
Chris, you're poisoning me with your toxicity. I need an antidote.
Zach's really good at like spouting his mouth and not being all that concerned about the sense that he makes, which is none currently. He makes some later, but he's not now.
It's not really worth it at this point.
I feel like my sense making makes up for my nonsense making.
Yeah, but that leaves you at 0 forever.
I have a lot to work for. I am the Goku of this.
Just shut up.
That would imply that you're the strongest and most dependent.
No, I'm potentially the most strongest.
No, Goku is always the strongest.
Damn it.
Goku says that other people are better than him, but the fact of the matter, like Gohan, yeah, sure, Goku. Take the mouse. Oh wait, no, wait, you need the mouse. But like Gohan he says that Gohan's stronger than him, and I don't. Oh, I forgot.
It's a Duskull.
No, that's Goku Super Saiyan 3, but a zombie.
I know, but there's also Duskull.
I forgot that he was in this game. Isn't this the final boss?
I don't remember.
I don't care. I'm just playing the game.
I don't think you're gonna beat this.
What makes you say that?
Because I remember him being really strong. I don't know, we'll see. I forget the specific circumstances, but I remember Undead Goku is the beast is.
I guess.
I'll give him some time.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Does poison wear off?
No.
No.
Oh. Damn.
Poison's better in like the third game. Because it works more like toxic.
Yeah. In Final Fantasy games, poison actually is kind of a threat.
Yeah. The hell was it talking about?
I don't know.
Grumpy octopi.
I feel like I had something to say about something else. I like Raku, by the way. I think he's a cool guy. Look at that, that's so cool.
Ow. Ow.
I like Tsundere Blondie that I can never remember the name of.
Tsundere Blondie, you mean
Chitage.
Chitage?
Yeah, there we go.
I also like Chitage, but not
There's
that
just
much.
one scene. Okay, so I saw the first 2 episodes and then stopped watching them because Day said that it never ends, and I was very disappointed. But I saw one scene in a AMV where I don't know the context, but
I can give it to you unless it's the second season.
they're in some kind of forest. And it's dark.
Yeah, and she's wearing like a shrine outfit.
Yeah, and she says, I think we should use each other as like first names or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this scene's adorable. Like, that scene made me want to watch the show, and then you ruined all of my hopes and dreams
That's
Zach,
fine.
by
right?
being truthful to me.
We all call each other by our first names, but we don't blush about it.
I blush about it all the time.
My skin
you
tone
don't.
is actually, my skin tone is actually dark enough where you can't see me blush.
You're permanent blushing.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
But, Japanese culture has more context, but I know. But, yeah, there's a lot of cute scenes in the whole series. But that's the problem with it, is that, like, they all actually amount to nothing. There's a scene at the end of the first season that I really, really think is cute, but it's made meaningless by the fact that the story goes on. Also, I just noticed that Goku's hair is bleeding.
Part of it.
like his hair is made of flesh, apparently.
Wait, I'm into this concept here. Is he blushing?
No. But there's a scene, spoilers for Nisekoi, but in the first season...
It's a fun fact, there are no spoilers for Nisekoi because it's the same thing over and over. It never ends.
It's not the same thing over and over, but it's the same game forever. You know, it's just it's a journey. It's a non-ending journey that's all relatively meaningless, but the routes that they take differentiate, and the scenarios differentiate, and it's a matter of exploring the different circumstances without an actual satisfying conclusion in any of it. And it doesn't really build in a meaningful way. It builds in general, but not meaningfully because it doesn't go anywhere.
So before you continue on to your story, your context or whatever,
Okay.
Could you take any smaller, storyline, I guess, in Nisekoi, and wait, you scrolled the
no,
screen.
sorry.
All right,
I think you fixed it.
I fixed it.
Could you take any smaller
Oh,
storyline or story arc in Nisekoi and have that itself be its own anime, like a shortened anime with an ending?
If it was very short, then I think so.
Ah.
I don't know if I could sit here and like quote specific examples, but like the part that I was gonna talk about in that forest scene, I think they're both pretty great. Although a lot of those scenes are defeated by the fact that there are two girls involved.
yeah.
Damn it.
Because in the part where they're in the forest, the main thing is that he's pretending to be in a relationship with Chitage, right? And there's a lot of romantic tension between the two of them because of that eventually starts bubbling up to the surface. While as the entire time, Raku's actually into Onidera, and Onidera's into him as well, and they're both too shy to say anything about it, right?
Yeah.
And there's a part in the forest part where they have a thing where they have to partner up, if you have to draw numbers or whatever
Yeah.
to figure out who your partner is. And out of some sort of bizarre twist of luck, Raku actually gets paired up with Onidera, and there's a lot of like possibility that they could get closer because of this interaction. And I was really psyched for that, and it's severely cock-blocked because what happens is that Chitage gets lost in the forest, and she really can't deal with being alone and
the dark and all
in the
that
dark
bullshit.
and stuff like that. Like, and Raku understands that, and there's a part where he doesn't know what's happening, but eventually he hears that Chitage's gone missing, and no one's concerned about it. They're just like, oh, she'll come back. But Raku, being a really cool, caring guy, remembers that she struggles really poorly
In
with
the dark.
that kind of stuff. And he's the only one who says, uh-oh, I need to go right now. And he ditches Onidera to go save Chitage. And that's admirable, and I'm glad he did that. But it completely ruins what would have been the heyday with Onidera.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off, but I'm also really happy for the other two.
Man.
Because Raku's so cool, and Chitage like has that moment where she's like sort of saved by him. And I like that a lot, but it's completely it completely exists to stab my heart and say, no, Onidera, not today. And I'm like, fuck.
The way you explain that
Yeah.
entire scene, that entire premise, it makes me want to watch it, but
It's heart-wrenching.
like,
Okay, it's gonna actually end pretty soon. I know that for a fact.
manga?
Yeah.
I guess so.
like,
No, I'm still reading it. I said I was gonna quit.
I every once in a while I check back up on it. Every
like-
once in a while.
it's like I don't know, your version of cigarettes. It's anime, it's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
I'll have lung cancer eventually. Just like my grandpops.
Okay.
Your grandpops really dug that anime, didn't they?
He died when I was 6.
He really liked anime.
He was still watching it in the hospital.
When he took
I was
his
about to
last
pick
breath.
Barrier because I was laughing at you idiots.
Tell me, which anime did he like? Which brand?
Just shut up.
No, I need to know the story.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna stop making jokes about my grandfather dying.
No.
I don't know.
How horrible person I am for that genuine. Oh.
To be fair, I'm also terrible for even including him in the conversation. But
Yeah, you brought it up. I'm just working with it.
anyways, moving on.
But anyway, that entire premise actually sounds really good.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like it was well put together.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it could have had an ending.
Niseko has a lot of potential in a lot of parts, but it's designed in a way that's incredibly frustrating and makes a lot of what could be meaningful romantic scenarios meaningless by having it continue on without paying any consequence to the romantic buildup. But there's one part in particular that I do really like, which is the end of this first season, which is where they do a Romeo and Juliet play.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Wow, that just sounds like it's gonna.
Okay.
That attack, you need to defend.
All right, I'll attack it with all my might.
Chris, I don't think you can read.
Yep, attack with all my might.
I love
Boy,
how
it's just-
I love the spirit bomb.
Yay!
I think
What?
I think if you didn't defend just now, you would die because you'd be brought to very low health, and then he would have finished one of you off
Oh,
with that last attack there.
okay.
But they do a Romeo and Juliet play, and the role goes to Onidera. And the thing is, for some reason, just by coincidence, she ends up spraining an ankle and can't go on with the play. And at this point, there's this weird moment where
You forget the part beforehand.
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
The context beforehand, though, is that Chitage and Raku have been on bad terms recently because Chitage has recently kind of gotten the idea that she might like Raku, and that Raku kind of makes a misunderstanding that she believes that Raku hates her because they argue all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the nature of how the relationship was built up because they're in this fake relationship and it causes a lot of tension, so they argue a lot. And that causes a lot of frustration between the two, and sometimes it gets really bad and out of hand. So Chitage kind of is not dealing with Raku, and she refuses to see him in a lot of moments. And Raku really doesn't want the play to be canceled because Onidera has gone out. So he decides that he's going to get Chitage to replace her. And he has to convince Chitage, he's like, look, I don't hate you. I know I said that, but it's not.
It's not that way.
It's not like that, you know. Like Raku kind of struggles to explain himself, and he struggles to understand why Chitage's mad about it because Chitage has expressed that she hates him to death.
Yep, multiple times.
And he doesn't understand that she doesn't mean it really, like not really. And that's why he doesn't get that she's actually upset when he says it back to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, yo, I hate you too. And Chitage gets really offended about it. And he's like, why? You hate me? I don't get it. But it's more complicated than that on both of their ends, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do like the idea. Well, it's not even an idea, it's a common thing. Where she says something, means something different, and then the guy takes it for what she says.
Yeah.
But
That's a real reaction.
It's, yeah, and
It's a genuine reaction.
honestly, I do like that. Even
Yeah.
though it's a fairly common thing in anime, I don't think people really think about how realistic that is.
Yeah. And so they kind of have to come to terms about how they feel about each other on a very surface level, which is just that they don't hate each other.
They don't despise each other.
It's not, that's like, there is a lot of tension in there, and they kind of don't walk
Stop
that,
debuffing him!
they don't walk that particular fact back, but they do have to walk back the fact that they're not enemies like they've kind of accidentally told each other that they are.
Mm-hmm.
And so he eventually convinces Chitage to play the role of Juliet, and there's this big dumb like version of the play where a bunch of other characters who aren't the main characters but are secondary characters keep interrupting the play and kind of ruining it, and they keep sort of like playing with it.
Improvising
It, thank you. They improvise with it, and by the end of it, they actually make a way more interesting and amusing version of the play through the tripping and falling and
all the other crazy
interruptions
nonsense.
and stuff like that, and it becomes way funnier, and everyone thinks it's a smash hit, and everyone is really happy with Raku and Chitage for their performance, and it's a bonding moment for Chitage and Raku once again, because not only did they resolve their problem with each other, but now they've kind of grown closer through this whole situation. And there's this is really great moment where Raku's just kind of chilling, and Chitage has this moment where she brings both of them a drink, and she does that. There's a point where she puts the ice cold drink on his neck to, you know, kind of
Yeah.
and then like, you know, and she's like, wow, that's really cliche of you to do that. And she's like, yeah, whatever. And they're like sitting down, and he's like, yeah, but just so you understand, I don't hate you. do you hate me? And this is a really cute moment where she looks at him with this like bright smile and like there's the wind blowing and she's like, I absolutely hate you. It's so cute.
It's cute, but it's just...
But and the way that's supposed to translate is that she absolutely adores him now, but she will never say that, you know?
It's honestly something.
You
that
healed the wrong guy.
Well, that Mog doesn't have a very big brain.
But that's not even the point that I want to get at.
Oh.
That's all great in its own respect, but what happens afterwards is that he ends up meeting up with Onedera afterwards, and he's like, hey, I'm really sorry that you didn't actually get to play the role of Juliet. I know you were looking forward to it, and I was too, and I'm sorry that didn't happen. And she's like, no, I'm really glad that the play was able to happen anyways, and you guys did a really good job, so I'm happy. And he's like, okay, sure, I'm glad, all right, cool, great. And there's this point where I forget who says this, but I'm pretty sure it's Raku. And he's like, hey, but, you know, if... I know you're looking forward to it, so, like, if you want to do that scene anyways... well,
It was Raku.
Yeah, Raku's like, if you want to do that scene anyways, you know, I'd be happy to, you know? And she's like, yeah! So they go on the top of the school in their outfits, like for the Romeo and Juliet, and they're by themselves, and they do the final scene where, you know, they're as Romeo and Juliet confess their love to each other, even though the two real characters aren't actually doing it, like, in reality to each other, even though they want to. And there's this really cute moment where, like Raku is smiling brightly as he's delivering these lines, and Onedera is, like, super happy to hear it, even though, like, they're just doing, like, a skit, you know? And the wind is blowing or whatever, and, like, Raku says the line wrong.
Yes, I remember that. That was funny.
And, like, she rolls with it, and she's like, you said it wrong. But, like, that moment's really cute, and I love it. And then the show goes on.
Yes, it keeps going on.
Well, for me, I watched the anime by itself at first, and it stops there. And I said, what? That's it? I don't get any closure? So I went to the manga and found no closure there. It just kept on going, and I read it because I was waiting for it to get anywhere, and it got nowhere as fast as possible.
You mean as slow as possible?
It got nowhere, left it, came back. Over and over.
Hey, look, a spirit bomb.
I think you're gonna lose.
Why?
Because you're gonna defend, and I think you're not gonna survive because you're not topped off.
It's
I
fine.
think it's gonna be fun.
I'm fine.
We'll see.
We're fine. I already have my defensive stats up,
Let's see.
I should be fine. See?
Okay.
And then one attack, and then oh, he still lives.
Wow, he didn't even do the full fury. All right, well, good job. You know what you're doing. Glad to see. But yeah, like. So the freaking Nisekoi has got a lot of good stuff going for it, but it handles none of it with real respect.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything you're saying to me, there's a lot of really...
gripping dramatic context.
And the storytelling seems good, too. Like, all of the struggles and the hardships have some kind of benefit. Like, they have purpose. But
if you wanna get into that show at all, don't read the manga. Just watch the first season and don't wait for it to go anywhere. And I think you'll enjoy yourself.
Sounds about right.
I mean, there's something as I've been writing, you know, my story and stuff. I'm coming to realize that it's the struggle. It's the journey. That's the strongest part of a story. And depending on how you tell that the journey, the ending can be made or broken.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant to do.
Everything that you're saying, it's like, this is many journeys.
It sounds like gold to you. But but just remember that if you are going to watch the show, it goes into a lot of forays of uselessness.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of points where they do stupid stuff, and it's not really that great, and it's all dumb.
And there's a lot of side arcs are unnecessary.
If I'm going to watch a stupid anime, I'll just watch the Milky Homes, where I know it's going nowhere.
Well, that's stupid, but it doesn't provide a romantic context.
Oh, that's true.
Which is what I assume that you wanted from Nisekoi.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's true. But when it comes to a romantic story, I really want it not to be that long.
You know, this You know, we played this instead of playing Fire Emblem because Chris doesn't want to play it, but this became a Fire Emblem recording.
Yeah.
While we sit here and Chris barely talks while playing the game, and me and Zach have large, in-depth discussions about nothing but nothing having to do with the game that's being played.
Yeah, sounds
I
alright.
noticed about halfway through. I was like, this is actually a Fire Emblem. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like Fire Emblem, but it's Fire
This
Emblem.
is just another Fire Emblem recording.
It's another Fire Emblem recording, but it's a lot more mind-numbing.
It's a lot more
Yeah.
anime.
Spirit Bomb again.
Do you think I could kill him before it lands?
Don't even risk it.
Really?
Don't risk it.
Ow.
Well, you're gonna survive this anyway, so you might as well draw it out in case this completely wrecks you.
Yeah, we're running short on time, so let's play it safer.
Okay, ow.
I really like that he does the instantaneous transmission thing.
And there's that sound effect too. There's something about Dragon Ball Z that I really do enjoy.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is awesome. In its own dumb, stupid, terrible way, but it's awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, Nisekoi, the most frustrating thing about Nisekoi for me, aside from everything I just already
Said.
but the most frustrating thing about Nisekoi is the weird part where they start focusing on the even less important girls in the series. Because the show builds a little bit of a harem as you would expect, but the lesser members of the harem get focused on in a certain arc of the story, and they are like not only are they obviously not even close to competing for #1 girl for the main character, but they also are much
See,
beat them.
See, I could have killed him like
is that
3
gonna
turns
kill
a
you?
turn. I don't think so.
That'd be great if it did.
If it did, then I would just be like,
I didn't-
Zach, this game sucks.
I didn't know this is Kaizo.
Oh.
Look at that. Like I hate the arc with Onedera's little sister Haru.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
explain in a second.
So the mighty warriors sacrifice their lives.
And much of the earth to destroy the powerful evil that was engulfing the universe. The road to restoring the planet will be a long and painful one, with survivors warring for however long peace awaits them someday.
Yeah, someday, not now.
We did it.
The end.
Chris, you did it. You beat the game. You defeated the undead Goku.
He seemed like he was part robot too.
The undead Super Saiyan 3 zombie Pokemon trainer Goku, who's apparently part robot.
Yeah. Go ahead and click play and then gallery.
Yeah, let's see if we got anything interesting. Next.
Why is he in a Nazi costume?
That actually comes into play next game.
Oh.
Yes, he apparently has an interest in the Nazi aesthetic, which I do too, actually. The aesthetic.
Oh.
Wait, that armor. That's Fire Emblem armor.
This
Which
one?
one?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Fire Emblem.
No, that's
That's Kent?
no, that's the warrior from Final Fantasy 1.
Christmas White Mage.
Oh, look at that Strike Witch's gear in the top right.
Oh, that. Yeah, I can see that. The mascots.
Log and stupid Legolas the cat.
No. Legless.
Legolas.
No, legless.
Legless. No legs. Conti.
Lord Conti.
I like Conti. He's a cool character. He's kind of one of the reasons why I even like Fooly Cooly. Because I think Conti's actually unironically cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the
Reggie
Reggies. I don't know why he included the Reggies. Maybe he
I
likes
want
them.
all of them just to have Reggie's face on it. You know, like Nintendo
Oh,
Reggie.
yeah.
Really?
My body is Reggie, and like it makes perfect sense.
Oh my goodness, you're right!
It's just it makes it right.
Is that a thing?
It has to be somewhere.
I knew it was Zelda enemies.
Well, yeah, the single eyeball is pretty Zelda, right?
Also, Kid Icarus.
Oh, no,
That's true. Kid Icarus.
That one definitely more. But this game came out way before.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? This also reminds me of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
But no, those enemies were just beholders
The-
from, what do you call it?
Wait, go back. Correct me if I'm wrong. The skull guy there, kind of Zelda-like, maybe.
Not
Not
particularly.
particularly. No?
Maybe Wind Waker, but...
Their skulls are different.
Okay,
hmm
fair enough. And I don't know what that's supposed to be from.
I think he just likes robots.
No, but I mean, I'm certain that this design is influenced by something.
A Defender, apparently. It's just named after a legendary arcade game.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Not really sure if the design comes from it though. But yeah, he likes mecha stuff too, as you pointed out.
Mhm.
Like it's just a thing.
This is Metal Slug.
I have
could.
been playing
yeah,
Metal Slug.
That looks pretty Metal Slug.
Yeah.
Mecha dress up game. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
Oh
remember
yeah.
that game. Is this just a pure rip off of that? Goku. I think his version of Goku is my favorite. Like I've seen, other variations of Goku, but this version of Goku is the coolest. Cause like I like the lore that he doesn't actually quite come back the right way.
Yep.
Like he does die way back when he got killed by. Well, no, okay, let's assume he didn't die with Raditz, and that death is more permanent than that, and he dies on the.
Actually, this version of Goku was in one of his original games. It says there.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but what I'm saying is like I don't mean in his versions. I mean any version of Goku.
Oh,
I like
he's
the-
wished back and
He's wished back, and he's just still dead. And he's
I like
still-
how that looks like Shovel Knight.
Well, this is supposed to be the.
Golden Sun 2.
You
Yeah.
never used this ability, but that was Judgment that you didn't cast.
I did.
Or
Oh,
Catastrophe, I mean.
I didn't use Catastrophe. Okay.
You were looking at it at one point, but you decided not to cast it because it was like 300 MP.
When I was a kid, when I saw the word catastrophe, I actually read it as catastrophe,
Catastrophe.
and I had no idea how to pronounce it for years.
That's okay.
That's fine.
We're all idiots.
But you more than me, right?
No.
I mispronounce words even to this day.
Well, that's not stupidity. That's making a mistake.
Wait, go back.
Rar.
Screamer. This is my dog, by the way. That's great. So that must mean that the other picture we saw, the blue one, was
him.
Yeah.
Yay! We did it. You did it, Chris. Me and Zach just talked while you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of talking.
That's Epic Fantasy Battle Fantasy.
What's more stuff?
It's a link to other stuff.
Nope.
Leads to a page that we can't access.
Sounds about right. Whoopsie.
Alright, so,
That was
good
interesting.
game. GG, we'll play it.
Indeed.
Yay.
All right. Bye bye.